Tom, welcome to Hull City. Firstly, just give us your thoughts on how delighted you are to be here.
Yeah, fantastic. It's very quick to get done. Always nice, when you can get a full good pre-season underway. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the challenge ahead. Be my first full Premier League season. I've come to a great club with great ambition, and the moment I stepped in, I seen a project that looked to be moving forward, and yeah, very happy and I'm very happy to be here.
It's a club that's looking to establish itself in the Premier League, and that kind of matches where you're at in your career as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely, especially after the last season. Had a fantastic season, both in the league and obviously the cup run being the highlight of it. Yeah, and for me also, I've felt that I've proved myself now at Championship level. The next step is the Premier League for me. I think it's the right move for me at this time, and to come to a club that's in the same sort of situation as I am, trying to prove themselves in the Premier League, trying to make their name for themselves. I'm looking to do the same thing, but it's no easy feat. You have to come and work hard in the Premier League. There's a great bunch of players here and a great squad to try and improve Hull City as a team. And like I say, to be part of that team and be part of that squad to try and move us up the league and do better than last year is a good challenge to have.
You seem to have had a lot of options over the summer. You've rightly taken your time. What makes Hull City the right fit for you?
Yeah, listen, when you come up to this part of your contract, and you can look at it both ways. You look at, well, where do I go? These options. What's the best move? But you have to go with what your heart says. And I think the key factor was obviously the manager. The moment I spoke to him, I've spoken to him various times over the years. Obviously being a former teammate of my old man's, but on a professional basis, to speak to him, as a man to man was fantastic, and that sort of pushed me over the edge to come here. But also, I looked at the players last year. The team that played week in, week out last year worked ever so hard to stay in the Premier League and to have an amazing cup run. I know a lot of boys here from my young days at Liverpool. A lot of them was at Man United when I was at Liverpool. So, I've come into a team and a club where I'm no stranger. And that always helps being a young player and a new player coming into a team. So, like I say, I'm really looking forward to the challenge. Working with a great bunch of players, great staff. I've been here a couple of times now, and I'm already getting the feel for it already. So, yeah, like I say, I'm really itching to get going.
You mentioned the manager. Can you let us into what he said to persuade you to come here?
Yeah, Steve's always been, someone who's admired what I do. He likes to play football. He likes to play attacking football and see exciting players. And we had a conversation, and he said, "Listen, I just want you to come and play. Just come and enjoy yourself and play with freedom." And when a manager says that to you, there's only one feeling, and like I say, when I spoke to him, not only on a professional basis but on a personal level, he knows me as a boy in and out. He's been knowing me for most of my childhood. So like I say, to come here, it's like home from home. I'm no strange place. I've got people looking after me, but at the same time, I'm here to do a job. I'm here to work hard for Hull City, work hard for my teammates, and try and win games.
You grew up in a Premier League environment, obviously coming through at Liverpool. Now you're a permanent fixture at senior level at a Premier League club. Are you looking forward to that experience? Yeah, definitely. Every boy's dream when you're playing football, especially in England, is to play in the Premier League. Mine's no different. I've felt that I've got the experience now playing in the Football League. I think this is now the right step for me. And I think now I need to work twice as hard as I ever have to prove myself in the Premier League, not to anyone else but to myself, to prove that this is where I want to be, this is where I want to play, and like I say, I've got dreams and ambitions in my career to play at the highest level, and to be in the Premier League with Hull City, and to help Hull City do better than we did last season, because primarily each year you have to try and do better, you have to strive for better. And I think from the new faces that have been coming in the football club, the permanent signing of Jake Livermore was a fantastic signing, Snodgrass, whoever did. Last year was fantastic. Mixed it with the big boys at Norwich who went down, but it shows that he's more than capable of playing at this level. So, and who knows, there could be more faces to come in. But I think, with the squad that's here, with the ability and the quality of the players, the application that they prove to this club, shows that the club's moving in the right direction. You had a taste of the top flight during a loan spell with Crystal Palace last season. What did you learn from that experience? When
in the Championship, it's very Saturday, Tuesday. It's non-stop. 100 mile an hour. I think the Premier League's more, chilled out. But from the same time, when you play on a Saturday, you can't afford to make mistakes. You got the best teams in the world playing in this league, and you can get punished. And but I felt that training at that intensity, training with Premier League players, playing in Premier League games with the atmosphere and the profile it brings, You know, to have a first full season of it now is fantastic. You know, I'm itching to go. I'm excited to get going for that first game of the season. You know, to hopefully get a good pre-season behind me, make sure I'm fit and ready to go. Because in the Premier League, you have to be ready. You know, you have to be on your feet. Otherwise, you know, it can easily eat you up. And you know, like I say, for all to be established from last season, you know, this season, you know, there's no excuses this season. It's about really kicking on from our position last season. And you know, I felt the 6 months I had at Palace was not only what I planned. You know, obviously I didn't play as much as what I'd like, but you know, to experience the atmosphere and the demands of Premier League football has put me in good stead for this one this year.
Looking at another angle, you've won plenty of caps with the England under-21s and various other age groups. I guess the key now is to try and progress that to a senior level. Yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, again, another ambition of mine is to play for the senior team. You know, my old man played in World Cup '98, Euro 2000, and you know, to have that pressure, you know, I suppose is good. You know, I have to strive to be the best I can be, and you know, I've had several caps now for the 21s, played in some major tournaments for the 21s, but you know, I look now for the senior team. I looked at you know, not only the platform to play in the Premier League, but I think Hull City can give me a platform to push me into the senior team. You know, and I have to work hard for that. I have to work hard to not only look at the senior team, but to get into this team here, because there's some quality players who are fighting for the 1 to 11 shirt, and I'm no different to do that. So yeah, there's ambition to look forward. Obviously a bit of a disappointing World Cup, but you know, with Euro 2016 coming up, with young players coming through, you know, there's definitely plenty of opportunity there for young players to do it. So like I say, you know, I take it day by day. You know, I look forward to meeting up with the boys this week and getting a good pre-season underway, and however the season goes, you know, we'll see how it goes. Bringing it back to the here and now, you mentioned there's a few familiar faces in the squad to you. Tell us who you know and what you know about them. And I know too many of them, that's the problem. Now obviously I know Alex Bruce through being together as kids, growing up together. James Chester, Joe Dudgeon, Robbie Brady. We had a bit of rivalry when we was kids, when I was at Liverpool and Man United, the old Scouse Mank rivalry. So now, yeah, it always helps, you know, when you know players, and obviously I played against a couple of players in the at championship level as well. So, you know, that's what helps me more. You know, I've come into a club where I'm no stranger. You know, I'm not sitting there on my own, not speaking to anyone, because I've got to make friends. You know, it's football's football, and you know, and it's all about how we play together on a pitch on a Saturday. You know, and how we work hard for this team. But yeah, of course, it helps when you know players off the pitch. You know, it allows me to settle in quicker, allows me to be at home quicker, and you know, I suppose when you're happy off the pitch, your performances are better on it. You seem to know our head of medical services as well, Rob Price. Yeah, Rob Price at Liverpool. Yeah, Doc Waller as well. He was coming with the 21s and at Liverpool, so seems a bit of a reunion. But no, yeah, it's fantastic. You know, they're all great people, and you know, obviously I've known Steve Bruce, the manager, for a long time, and speaking to Steve Agnew yesterday on the phone. You know, I feel really happy and really excited to get going. And you have signed just in time to get a full pre-season under your belt, which is an important factor. Yeah, it's massive, especially when you come into the Premier League. You know, you need to be fit and ready to go, because the demands are high, and you know, you look at each game, and you know, no games are easy. Even the teams that have come up have a right to be in the Premier League, and you know, we have to make sure that we show them what it's like in the Premier League. And like I say, when you've got the big teams coming here, you know, your Arsenal, your Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, you know, that's what dreams are made of. And you know, to be part of that now this season is fantastic. But I know that, you know, I've got to work hard. You know, I've got to work even harder at my game to be on point, because if you're not, you know, then it can easily downgrade you. But no, it's one that I'm looking forward to, and one that hopefully we can get a good season ahead. And just finally, what do you feel that the club can achieve during your time here? You know, it can achieve whatever we want to do. You know, I think the players have to apply themselves, which we will. You know, after last year, the cup run was fantastic. I mean, probably deserve to win it, you know, and strength for the 90 minutes. But like I say, you know, the players that we're bringing in, the squad that's here already, you know, I think whenever I've been here for the last few days, people said the togetherness of the group and the spirit is massive, and you know, that's the main thing. You know, forget about the talent and the ability. If you've got a bunch of players who are mates off the pitch and work hard for each other, then you can pick up points and do well. And like I say, with hopefully Europa League this year as well, another dimension to it. You know, it's exciting times at Hull. It's a project that's moving forward very quickly, but one that's moving in the right direction. And like I say, you know, to be part of that, you know, something fantastic. And like I say, it's the start for me, and you know, hopefully it'll be a good start for me.